Hello developer at Pike Games. It's currently the year 2011 and I'm calling you to express some opinions about a game you're developing. You see, you guys have been creating video games based off the wildly popular children's show Rock, Paper, Scissors for years. You guys are the forefront of fighting games using child to young adult content. You revolutionized the way Rock, Paper, Scissors games are made with that one 3D fighter, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spork, Blast. That's an incredible feat. However, your publisher, Slam Those Bad Guys, recently announced your next game in the series. And I have some opinions about your game. And well...
I'm absolutely sure that you guys have gotten the history of Dragon Ball Z moving to the West from about 4 other YouTube channels by now, so I won't bore you with it. I will, however, state right now that this game is garbage. Dragon Ball Z Budokai was sensational when it first released on the PlayStation 2. It really set the precedent for future Z fighting games. Fun story modes, explosive battles, fun character interactions, it was a good game. Next year we got Budokai 2 with even more content. The next year, Budokai 3. This one is regarded as the best Dragon Ball game by many, but I'm not a fan. I'm not good at these 2.5D based fighting games. After Budokai 3, we were curious. Where will they go next? There is no content after the Buu saga. That matters. How will you give us our yearly fighting game using anime characters we know and like and argue over the pronunciations of? Then, it came. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. At the time, the only other fighting game I played was Smash, so I was eager to branch out, to expand my horizons. And expand they did. I couldn't get into the 2.5D, but when you add another half a D in there, I'm all in. Take me for any ride you want. Even the I'll take anything for you, fun 3D destructible environment having Dragon Ball Z game. We didn't get a chance to breathe before the next year came and handed us one of the best Dragon Ball games ever. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. This game added still more content. Whoa! Because I didn't play most of the Budokai series, I didn't realize how much more content Budokai 2 had over Budokai 1. Budokai Tenkaichi 2 had way more than its predecessor. I still play Budokai Tenkaichi 2 to this day and it's still just as fun. The next year came and you released Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which I had a hell of a time finding. I was lucky enough to work with a guy who was looking to sell it to me for 50 bucks. That payday was grim because I received no monies. The monies I earned went to my coworker. But I got the game. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was another great game, but I feel as though it was a stumble downward for the series. Many of the new characters are just copies of other characters. They'll share the same moveset, animations, specials, and ultimates of other characters. No one wanted a Pool in here, by the way, but here he is. There you go, single Pool fan. You've been appeased. Now crawl back into your hole. Then came Tenkaichi Tag Team, but I didn't have a PSP and I didn't want to play it and I still don't want to. It must have done so bad that it knocked Spike into a development black hole for 4 years because when they came out of it, they announced via Shonen Jump and several screenshots that a new DBZ fighting game was in the works. Bandai Namco later announced its official development and its title. The title of the game would be Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. Wait, Ultimate? What? How can something like a Dragon Ball Z game be Ultimate? That would mean it includes everything, right? Every character? Can they really make a game that includes more than 160 unique characters that aren't just Frieza Soldier 1 over and over? Looking at the screenshots now, I can see why people were hyped. The only thing that would vaguely concern me is what looks like a QuickTime event attack looking thing right here. That's only slightly worrisome. The rest of it looks okay, certainly hype-worthy. Then, in the fall of 2011, it came out. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. I remember my first moments with the game. I wonder if a return trip to the game will bring back some memories. This opening does bring back some good memories. Too bad they went against canon, showing Yamcha actually winning that fight with the Cybermen. We get a look at some of the characters that appear in the game, covering arcs from Frieza to Pointy Guy. Upon revisit to this game, I can confirm that it does hype me up to see this again. To look through the menu and hear the music, it truly is a nostalgic experience. Alright, let's look through the menus and see what we have. We've got story mode. Story mode? Piss yeah! I want to relive all those epic fights in this new 3DZ fighting game. Give me more nostalgia. Oh. Scrolling text. Followed by images of what it just described. Followed by a loading screen. Still loading. Loading still. Alright, the first of many problems in this game is the loading. It takes forever. And what is this capsule punching game they have to distract us? When I was little, I figured I got money for punching them out of the clouds, but now that I'm an adult, I know full well you do not. There is no money, not even fun, just punching pills out of the sky. All the fun of knocking soda cans off your table.
We done loading yet?
We then open to the climactic battle between Bardock and Frieza. Wait, they never fought. Bardock fought hundreds of his soldiers and then was supernovaed. But hey, great way to introduce us to the battle system of this game, if you can call it that. And the first thing you learn is, it's luck. All luck. F***ing luck. Land a blast attack? Luck. Land a rush attack? Luck. Flip that coin there. Yeah, you, Andy. What'd you get? Heads? Luck. Let me go ahead and explain this for those that intelligently avoided this game or have never heard of it. There are two ranges to battle in, blast and melee. If you start in melee, you can move, fly, and charge your energy and attack. You can use square or applicable button to flurry attack or triangle to strong attack. Square will unleash a flurry that will always be blocked, and triangle releases a strong attack that will break the enemy's guard, but never long enough to take advantage. Press square to unleash a flurry of attacks until the screen freezes, bringing you to the worst part of this battle system. Quick time events. Every battle in this game has them. Bosses, Cybermen, big bosses, all of them! Who thought this was a good idea? That's like adding quick time events to daily activities.
Hey James, want a soda?
Yeah, sure.
Aww.
These are built into the battle system. Every battle. Ugh. Anyway, if you want to fight at a distance, double tap the X button. You'll dash away and do a flurry of blasts at your opponent. And another quick time event activates to allow them to counter. Guess left or right on your control stick. If they're right, they counter and blast you. If they're wrong, they take your onslaught. From there, you enter blast range. From here, square and triangle take on new controls. Square will unleash a flurry of energy blasts and triangle makes a big one. My foolproof strategy has always been unleash 3 square-based blast flurries, wait a second, unleash 3 more. Unleashing a fourth will force you into a quick time event to attempt to unleash another flurry of blows on your opponent. Charging your character will fill this meter. This is your counter meter. If your opponent unleashes a special attack, this will allow you to guard against it, to attempt to avoid it, or to counter it, depending on how full the meter is. Luckily, evading is the only option that requires a quick time event. This is the plague of the battle system. While satisfying the evade or counter, it only prolongs this already too long battle. Just take the hit, Frieza. Let me end this. I want to do anything else today. Your character will have 2 special attacks and an ultimate. This is allocated to a second meter, this one. You fill this by beating the shit out of your opponent. Soon as it meets either of these arrows, unleash, friend. These moves will require specific ranges to pull off though. If you're in the wrong range, best be believing you're guessing some left or right. The only worthwhile way to do anything is to have all of your specials activate from blast range, so at least your opponent might waste some of their counter meter to evade or counter your f***ing ultimate. For those of you pointing out that the counter quick time event has been in previous Dragon Ball Z fighting games, it has, I know, and having one is fine, but having one for every meaningful attack is not. I shouldn't have to rock paper my way to or away from my opponent to unleash my incredible power upon them. If I'm playing Boo and I f***ing lose to a Cyberman because of quick time events, there's something wrong. In the Budokai Tenkaichi games, powerful characters felt powerful. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could absolutely destroy someone, while Krillin would have a tougher time. The stats varied wildly. Here, they vary very little. This is obviously done for equality reasons, but come on. If I'm f***ing Majin Buu, let me beat the ever-loving shit out of a 5'0" plant monster. Like this. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Not like that. Oh, come on! Back to story mode. It's just that, basically. Reading, scrolling text, looking at images the text just talked about, and waiting for the loading screen to amount to anything. F*** you, floating capsules. The story mode will do a few things differently, and may force some non-canon battles like Frieza and Bardock and everything from GT, but that's okay. This is hardly the draw of Ultimate Tenkaichi. The next mode we'll jump to is Hero Mode, in which you get to create your own Dragon Ball character. Holy squiggles! Yes, your own Dragon Ball Z character. You start out by picking his size of 3. Goten size, Goku size, and Broly size. Then name them. Good name. I see you thought that out. Then go ahead and give them hair and an outfit, then make them strange colors. Your character's coming along nicely. Look at that overly muscular Ken doll you made. Then you get to pick one of about 9 voices to christen your character with. I picked the cool voice because I'm sure I won't get sick of this. Music to my ears. Save your character and embark on this game's version of a Dragon Ball story. You're this new character going around and collecting the Dragon Balls to undo a wish made a year ago by someone to make the whole world the awful. I don't know. I didn't write it. First Dragon Ball you grab is from Captain Ginyu? Hold your face for a second. Why are we starting with him? So does this take place during the Frieza saga? Alright, you beat him into submission and take his Dragon Ball. Next you run into androids 17 and 18? Did I fly through a wormhole? Okay, I'll bite. You defeat them, take their Dragon Balls and their Dragon Ball radar. Then you run into Piccolo. Thank God, someone who makes sense. You fight him and learn that the person who made the wish a year ago to make the whole world worse somehow is mean. and pointy. Piccolo tells you of a great ape that attacked him a year ago before he could stop this pointy stranger from making his wish. Then you go off and find the ape that attacked Piccolo and it's Great Ape Baby. Because, I don't know, we're looking for reasons to make you want to look up Dragon Ball GT so it becomes relevant again, I guess. Quick note about the giant battles in this game. They're dumb. Just really dumb. After a certain amount of damage, who knows how much because large bosses don't have life meters, you just eventually get a cutscene where there are still more quick time events. And if you miss even one, you have to repeat that single one over and over until you get it. I only have so much HP that I can spare for this, man. It's garbage. Oh, and somewhere in the middle you go Super Saiyan. Forgive my obvious criticism here, but how the f does your weak-ass character win against Great Ape Baby? I seem to remember him fighting another Saiyan having quite the difficult time. But here, Great Ape Baby should have squished your character. He's only just learning to go Super Saiyan. That's bull squish. Anyway, you defeat him, learn Pointy Guy is behind this, and go find him. Pointy Guy kicks your ass and steals your 3 Dragon Balls, scattering them to the winds. Thus, your mission is clear. Play anything else. I mean, collect the 6 Dragon Balls, then confront Omega Shenron for the 7th. So you go do Saiyan things and beat up 6 useless characters for the 6 balls, along the way gathering fighting styles, special abilities, and bits of costume. Wait a minute. Stealing attacks and using them against characters? Kakashi? Your fighting style dictates who you look like while beating the crap out of people. Because I'm awesome, I picked Bardock's fighting style because he's the best Saiyan. I don't really care about my specials because it's all fucking paper rock as to if they'll work or not. Playing through this just feels repetitive and not fun. Boring, actually. Really, really boring. Oh boy, here I go fighting the Cybermen for the 8th time to level up. Anyway, a stupid amount of grinding later, you confront Omega Shenron again and demand he give you one of his balls. During the fight, Omega Shenron explains why he made the wish to make this world mean and nasty.
Why do you do this? Do you want to destroy the planet? Destroy it? Now what fun would that be? This is all just for my amusement. Peace is boring. Peace is
Okay, I think I'm good now. You summon Shenron and zip to Kami's Lookout where you meet Ultimate Shenron? Are we fucking serious? Where's regular Shenron? Why is this one red? Whatever, this enters you into a shitty final battle with Ultimate Shenron who sounds a lot like Bowser. Shenron will tell you throughout the battle to stop him, presumably because he's under some evil power, because why not? After too many quick time events to count, you eventually defeat Ultimate Shenron.
Looks like it's back to normal. My gratitude, young one. I will grant your wish. Make the world like it was before. Forgive me. I cannot grant that wish.
Nope, James is done. No more. If this game had a better battle system, then maybe I could accept the story flaws because I'm having fun, but holy shit, it took me so long to get to this point. So many repeated battles and quick time events because they couldn't be bothered to just animate an if I get hit by this one quick time event. You had balls enough to make this many quick time events, what's 10 more? The battles last too long, you can lose to fucking Cybermen even in Super Saiyan form, the giant bosses are boring and quick time event focused, the hero customizations are subpar, and every single scene drags on forever! Every single fucking scene is just another fucking loading screen, only there's no capsules to punch out of the clouds. Every fucking sentence that lasts more than 2 sentences drags on. Just say the words. Use the fucking lips to say all the words at once. You have scrolling text boxes that don't dwell on ellipses for 6 seconds to wait for the next 2 lines to come on screen. Even the fucking narrator does this.
Peace through the power of the Dragon Balls. But the light of hope.
This game is far from the worst one ever, but it definitely did not deserve the Tenkaichi name. The Tenkaichi series was one built on fun and quick 3D battles. This is quick time infused bullshit that will f you even in easy battles. I gotta wonder how or why this game got the name Ultimate Tenkaichi, when the game is so clearly unimpressive tripe. Huh? Wait, what's this? Oh. I can't blame the internet for this one. Chances are they were only shown screenshots that omitted the terabad garbage that this game attempts to pass off as a battle system. So, internet, I do not blame you. I blame myself for buying this.
And those are my ideas about your next paper, rock, scissors game. Oh, and I'm very happy you guys went with Ultimate Termites as the name of the game. What? Oh, no, the world's going to love this game. It'll solidify your position as a developer of these games for years to come. Of course I'm serious. It's 2011. The possibilities are endless. The future is tomorrow and many more days after that.